Hello and welcome back to Today We Craft. Today I'm going to be showing you a video which I've been meaning to make for quite a while. It's a really simple craft and something that's ideal if you're looking to make really unique gifts for people or yourself. I'm not going to judge. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make custom fabrics using ink stamps. Now, custom fabrics are ridiculously expensive. If you want to have a design and then have someone put it onto fabric for you, you're talking, well, I don't know how much, but it's a lot of money. More money than I, or in fact most people, have. However, to have a custom design put onto an ink stamp is actually relatively cheap. My go-to provider of custom ink stamps is a company called the English Tamp Company. I've ordered some new stamps from them, so let's unbox those first. I must say I'm very impressed with the speed of this delivery, because I only ordered it, I think, yesterday or the day before. So the English Tamp Company, as you've probably guessed, is based in England and they make custom stamps. I ordered a couple of custom stamps. Let me see if I can go find them. So this is one of the stamps that I've ordered from them previously. This one is very old and very well used, but basically you upload your design onto the website and they turn it into an ink stamp for you. And it's available either with a wooden back or clear acrylic like this that you can then stick onto a piece of wood or a piece of acrylic or anything you like, really. I do actually have another one, but I can't find it right now, and that is a custom egg stamp. So I use it to put a label on egg boxes. They're also really popular for weddings, office stationery, that sort of thing. There's an example of some of the wedding ones they do there. Things for businesses. Now, I haven't tried this one yet, but you can even upload a picture of your pet and they will turn it into an ink stamp. I mean, how cute is that? But these are the ones which I ordered. I got the Land Rover and the little Christmas tree, and now the Christmas tree fits perfectly on top of the Land Rover. My boyfriend really loves Land Rovers and I was trying to find some Land Rover print fabric and I wasn't having any luck, so I thought, well, you know, I'll just make it myself because I'm a glutton for punishment and I haven't got enough to do. So let's give this one a go and we'll see how it turns out. Now, when it comes to printing onto fabric, fabric choice is quite crucial. So we've got 3 different fabrics here, and when you're printing on fabric, to be as successful as possible, you want to have as fine a weave fabric as you can. So for example, here we have a fine weave cotton fabric, we have a cotton calico, and then we have this almost sort of like a faux hessian. And you can see the difference in sort of, I guess, definition between the 3 is that the more loose woven the fabric is, the more you're only going to get that top bit of the fabric printed on, and it's going to be quite distorted. Now, that's fine if your design is going to be really broad, so like a really solid block shape. But if you've got a lot of detail within your design, then you're really better off going for a finer weave fabric. Now, I'm going to demonstrate this with a couple of different ink stamps. Another important consideration is the type of ink pad that you use. These ones from Verticraft I really like. I've used them for years. I do have some old ink stamps which I've used as well, but I'm pretty sure these are as old as I am, if not older. So I bit the bullet and got some new ones. I've left a link in the description below if you want to know where I got these ones from. They're quite cheap. I think they're about £6 or £7 each, so very affordable. You can also specifically get fabric printing blocks. These are the ones which I got, again, I'm pretty sure I got from Amazon, and they're specifically for, well, they're meant to be for printing onto fabric. In reality, I found that there isn't actually much difference in terms of how long the stamp lasts, whether you use a specific fabric one or these Verticraft ones. I might do a future video on seeing, you know, doing a comparison between their effectiveness, but I'd say go for these. They're really reliable. The best option, of course, would be using something like screen printing, but that's another video for another day. All of my ink stamps I've bought myself. I'm not sponsored by English Tamp Company in any way, but they have been kind enough to provide us with a discount code so that you can get 10% off. Anyway, that's enough about stamps. Let's get testing. So I have this nice Queen Bee stamp here that I'm going to, again, test and use on each of the fabrics. Now, what I've found most successfully when it comes to printing onto fabric, rather than using the ink stamp and dabbing it on top of the ink pad itself, put it on its reverse and then dab the ink onto the pad. I'm not 100% sure the science of why this seems to work better, but I do feel that I get much more even coverage. So first we're going to do it onto the white fabric. Now, unlike if you were stamping onto paper, I would recommend that you hold the ink stamp onto the fabric for just a few seconds and apply quite a lot of pressure. This is going to help the ink to actually go into the fibres of the fabric. Then once you're happy with it, lift it off the fabric. That's quite nice. So there, you've got some really nice definition there with the veins on the wing and also the speckles in the body of the abdomen. Now we're going to test it on the calico. See, with this one, as expected, you still get really good definition, but you're starting to see on the black area here, it's a bit sort of more dotty than it is on that one. And just for comparison, because you know, this is for science, we're going to try it on the Hessian fabric too. I mean, to be fair, the definition even on this really rough fabric is still very good. It's one of the reasons why I use the English Tamp Company stamps, just because I just find they're really good quality. For the project that I'm going to be making next, I'm going to want to use this nice calico fabric, and I'm happy with how the design looks. So now I'm going to show you how to turn this single stamp into a usable piece of custom printed fabric. So this is the fabric that I want to create my custom fabric out of. It's a cotton calico. And the first thing I've done is give it a good press. Being cotton calico, it creases very easily, and there are a few stubborn creases in there, but I think it should be okay now. But the smoother you can get your fabric, the better. The next thing you need to decide is whether you want your stamps to be in a grid or at an angle. This is entirely up to you. Personally, I want to have the stamps at an angle on the fabric. Like I said, entirely down to personal preference. Fortunately, my table comes with this grid pattern underneath. I've done a video on my crafting table in case you're interested where I got it from. And on here you can see these red markers which give me the square grid pattern. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to line up one corner, and the top edge that I know is a straight finished edge. And I've got a nice long ruler here, and I'm going to put it corner to corner on my fabric, and that's going to give me a nice 45-degree angle to work with. I'm going to be using the Land Rover for this particular project. I really hope that my boyfriend is far too busy to be watching this video, because I've used the stamp as part of his Christmas present. So if you are watching, surprise! So we're going to take our ink stamp, we're going to have it facing the sky, and then we're going to be stamping down on top of it using the ink stamp. We're then going to put the stamp lined up with this top edge of the ruler, apply plenty of pressure for a couple of seconds, and then lift it off with conviction. Right, I'm going to have these staggered going up and down the fabric. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure 3 centimetres from the front of the Land Rover, and that is where I'm going to have the back of the stamp for the next one. There we are. And we're just going to repeat this process all along the top row of the ruler. Now we've completed the top row, we're going to do exactly the same, but we're going to do it underneath on this line here. I'm also going to stagger my Land Rovers, so the stamp will be between the 2 stamps above it. Once you have those 2 rows completed, all we're going to do is move the ruler down a layer, make sure it's lined up with the bottom of the stamp, and then repeat the process. Quick tip. When you get to the edge of your fabric, if you're going to go over the edges, put a piece of paper or card behind. That way, when you go off your fabric, you don't ruin your table. So that is the fabric all printed up. The last thing I'm going to do is give it a quick iron. This fixes the ink to the fabric and makes it permanent. And that's it. Your fabric is all printed up and ready for 1,000 different projects. You can find links below for all the materials required to make this project, as well as the discount code for the English Tamp Company. Head over to the Today We Craft channel to find out what I do with this fabric. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. If you enjoyed this video, then don't forget to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button below. Your support means the world to me, and it helps the channel to grow. If you want to take your support to the next level, you can now send a super thanks. It's a fantastic way to contribute and to show some extra love. Your super thanks directly supports the channel, allowing me to create even more content that you love. I appreciate every bit of support that you give. Don't forget to subscribe, and I can't wait to see you in the next video. Bye!